Session today is going to be on Google Chrome. I'm going to show you some of the features of using Google Chrome and why we might want to use Chrome as opposed to Internet Explorer. I am recording this session using the Smart Notebook Recorder. So I'm going to go ahead and start Chrome. I'm going to click on the bottom here, and it is going to open up my Chrome for me. And I can see when Chrome opens up that it is pretty basic. It goes to the Google website. I've got a Getting Started box over here. So if I wanted to, I could find out what Chrome is all about. Um, the other thing that you need to know about Chrome right away is that this box up here is not only where you can put your URLs in, but you can do actual searches right in that box. So I can delete this out of here. I'm just going to bring up my keyboard and backspace that out. And I can put any kind of a search in there. Say I want to do Google training. And you can see I am probably not as adept at the keyboard as you are. So if I put Google training in there, I just put my actual search in there. It did a Google search, and it's going to go ahead and find all the Google related training centers that are out there. I can go to these websites just like any other browser. All right, so the other thing that I want to show you that Google just put out yesterday is when you go to any of Google's search sites, they now have this Google icon here that allows you to click on this bar and you can do a search. You can go to YouTube, you can go to Gmail, you can go to your documents. It's just a shortcut to all of Google products. More will take you to even more of their Google products. So they've got it right on their webpage now. We can also sign in, which we will be doing shortly because some of the features I want to show you, you need to be signed into your Gmail account in order for that to work. So with Chrome, again, this bar up here is going to be both a search bar and a URL bar. You can type in your URLs. The other thing to notice about Chrome is that it's very clean. You don't have all the buttons. You can't find file, print, or any of those things. The wrench is where you need to go for that. So when you go to your wrench, you have the option of doing a new tab, a new window. But you can also, this is where you're going to find your print. You can save your page. You can go to your options. And I'm going to be showing you how to set up Chrome Sync. So the other thing you'll notice is, well, I don't have any of my stuff. I don't have Skyward, I don't have my Gmail icon, I don't have my Moodle icon. The bar is gone. Well, you can turn on your bar. I have a problem doing it with the onboard keyboard, so I'm going to do it with my regular keyboard. Control-Shift-B opens up the bookmark bar. So now I would have a bookmark bar. Say I went to this authorized training center. Okay, works for me. And I want to now make that a favorite, that this is a place that I want to go. All I have to do is right click on the bar in the toolbar, right click, and I can add the page. And it says Google SketchUp. So apparently I ended up at Google SketchUp somehow, and I can click OK. Now I've got a Google SketchUp shortcut. So if I was going to go back and say I really wanted, I don't know how I got to SketchUp when I tried to go to the Authorized Training Center, but oh, it does say it's going to SketchUp training. Here's just Google training. So if I go just to Google training, it again is finding SketchUp. So we've got to find something that isn't specifically for SketchUp. So we can go down. There's Google Analytics, AdWorks, Google SketchUp, Become an AdWords Professional. And I might have to have been more specific in that I'm looking for my Google certification. So if I was looking for my Google certification, I can look at the training programs at Google Apps for Education, and now I'm actually at the site that I was looking for. So if this is the one, and I actually do have this as a favorite on mine, I can right-click on that. I'm sorry, not there. You want to right-click on your toolbar and you want to add the page. And now it's the training programs for Google Apps. So now I have two shortcuts that I've created. I can go to this one or I can go to that one. The other thing is it keeps changing your first tab. The trick with these is you can right-click on any of your favorites and say to open it in a new tab, and then you get a second tab. So if I want to open that in a new tab, I get another tab across the top. So Google works with these tabs across the top. I'm now going to go into my Gmail account, so I'm going to go ahead to my Gmail, and I'm going to sign in, because it's going to ask me to at some point anyhow. So I'm going to sign into my Gmail. We can go through some of the new looks. Do I want it to save my password? Nope, I'm on my office computer. On my office computer, I do allow it to save my password on my desk, but when I'm on a public computer, I do not. So basically, now I'm in my Gmail. If I want to go to my calendar, notice it just opens up another tab across the top. And now I can open my documents. Again, I've got another tab across the top. So the other thing that I can do every morning when I turn on my computer, I want to open my mail, my calendar, and my docs. What I can do is I can right click on this and I can tell it to pin the tab. I'm going to pin this tab and I'm going to pin this tab. What that does, if I close out of Chrome now, when I go back into Chrome, those tabs will automatically open. Chrome isn't your default browser. I am going to set it as my default. And because I didn't tell it to save my password, it's asking me to sign in. Let me get that taken care of. And I can choose stay signed in. And I can sign in. I'm going to save that so that I can show you how this works. And same with docs. All right, so let's do that again. So let me close out of that, and I am going to go back to Chrome, and now it's not working. Well, the calendar did and the docs did, so I missed something on my Gmail. Sign in. And why is that misbehaving? Gmail. There she goes. Okay, so you can see you can pin your tabs. With your pin tabs, then you can just click on your tab to go to that calendar, to go to those docs, and then you're back at your Google page here. Now I want to show you the other thing that Google has. I'm going to click on this plus here to open a new tab. Notice that this plus has, it says visit the Chrome Web Store. Chrome has a whole bunch of features that you can add on to Chrome. We're going to visit the Chrome Web Store. You can see the popular ones. These are the most popular. YouTube, I could add YouTube in. Say I want YouTube just to be, I'll just show you what that does because I'm signed in. I can just add it to Chrome. And do you want to install YouTube? Yes, I do. What that's going to do is it put, if I close this, now I'm on my new tab. I now have YouTube out here as an app. So I can go back to the Chrome store. The other thing I'm looking for, there might be some, I like, I can put Twitter on there. I can just use, there's the offline Google Mail. So there's TweetDeck. There's a whole bunch of apps, just like when you're on your phone or on an iPad, that you can download apps. Gmail, well, I've already got my favorite to Gmail, so I don't know that I need that as an app as well. So you can go through and just take a look at all the apps that are out there. Now, the one thing that I find frustrating is I already have all of my favorites on my Office computer. I have all of my apps. When I click on this plus on my Office computer, there's all these apps that I've already found. And why, when I come to this computer and I sign in, doesn't it sync? Well, it does. If we go to this wrench, I can say that I want to sync up. I can set up Chrome Sync. On the computer that you have as your base computer, your master computer, you want to do sync for the first time. And then any other computer you go to, you can go to it and you can say, you know what, I need to get to my stuff. I need to sync. So I am going to sync my stuff. I'm going to sign in to my Google account. And I'm going to say, go ahead and sync everything. And this is going to take a few minutes because I have quite a few things set up on Chrome already. So we are going to let that finish syncing, and you'll see already that all of my favorites have come in. I've synced all of my favorites, and last synced, it's telling me it's almost finished syncing. So now I can go in, and everything is done. It's got my personal options, and it says, welcome to the add-in for sync. I'm just going to close that. So when my personal options are here, I can close that as well. So now I have, this is set up for me. I have all of my favorites under DPI. I've got all the websites I go to, my WLS ISIS under Google Apps. I manage both the student and the staff domain. Plus I have some certified trainer things, school related. I have, all of my Link for Learning, Safari, school district. So I've got plenty of things there. So how did I group them? Well, when you right click on the toolbar, you can either add a folder or add a page. If I add a folder and I name it the test folder, I now have a test folder. I have a bunch of stuff. So it did sync. I'm going to delete these because they're just too much. I don't really want that. Twitter's fine. Can remove that. That I like. So the rest of these I kind of need. So if I need to get to that test account, it's sitting out here and it's empty. And I also have all of these. I'm looking at Twitter for, I can move that Twitter into another bookmark manager, and I can take that Twitter and move it into my Twitter group. So now it's under Twitter and test. But so anyhow, in these apps, see, I right clicked and did that. Now if I have a website that I went to, Google Training, and that was my SketchUp one. I don't really want SketchUp. I really wanted to go to Google Certification. And this website, I could now take that site, I can right click, and I can add the page. And when I add the page, it says what folder do you want to put it in. So I would put that under my Google Apps page. And I could click OK. And now when I go to Google Apps, I've got that training programs listed there as well. So that is the basics of Chrome, and why you might want to use Chrome is just the way it handles um, multiple things. So if I go to school related, open up the Mayville School District, again, I'm going to have to, and I don't like using right click on the smartboard, I can right click and open in a new tab, and then I can, just keep opening these. When you're working with Google Docs, though, it automatically opens in a new tab. So when I'm in my Docs and I open some of these documents up, it automatically knows, go back to Docs, open my next Docs, those announcements. It's just going to keep adding pages. So as I'm working with these things, it just keeps adding tabs across the top. So I can close those tabs and say, oh, I really don't need those anymore. I don't need that one, and I can go and do those things. So that is Chrome. Now, the one thing I will tell you is you cannot do Safari through Chrome. There are some things that you still need Internet Explorer for. Safari does not work quite right using Chrome as your browser. And there's a couple of other, you'll find them when you get to them. More they're admin type things for me. I cannot FTP my files up to the server for the web server through Chrome. I have to do it through Internet Explorer. We can't do Windows updates through Chrome. We have to do it through Internet Explorer. So Internet Explorer still has a need. We're just not using it at the moment. Thank you very much.